What's up, guys? Lethal here. Just wanted to talk about something that's been bugging me to no end. So with all the shooting videos that I post, that's a fraction of the ones I actually watch. Probably one out of every 20 videos that I watch get posted. I go through a lot of footage to try to find the ones that I think I can put on iFunny and still teach about, that iFunny's not going to be bogus about and remove or strike me for it. I have been shadow banned in the past by iFunny for posting shooting videos, um, and I've actually caught a week-long ban. I'm sure some of you guys know about that a couple months ago. I caught a week-long ban, or no, it was either a week or 2 weeks. I can't remember. I don't care. Either way, I couldn't post for a while, so I try to be more conscientious with the content I post, and if I'm gonna post a shooting, I try to find videos that aren't graphic, because iFunny's real anal about that. I went directly to iFunny to request special permission for it, and they basically told me to go fuck myself. So, um, anyway, I go through dozens and dozens of videos um, to find stuff to put on here. And one thing that I do with all these videos is I like to go through the comments of the original posters or wherever source I found it from. I like to go through and just read the feedback of other people so I can get an idea of what I'm going to be asked and start preparing some answers. And there's usually one common fucking question that I see in every single one, and it's the most irritating thing because anybody who knows anything will know the answer to it. And that's, why didn't they shoot him in the leg? And it's so fucking irritating when people ask that question, because people ask it all the time when it takes 5 seconds to Google what a bullet can do to your leg. What people don't seem to realize is if you get shot in the torso, that's about an 80% survival rate. You can get shot almost anywhere and still survive that. Pretty much the only places that are going to be fatal are the heart and your liver. That's about it. And even the liver, you can still recover from that. It's not always going to be fatal. If you're hitting the liver and you get thrown into an ambulance, taken to the hospital right away, you can survive that. Heart is always going to be fatal, but everything else in your chest cavity, in your torso, you can get shot in that and still live. None of that's fatal. Now, if you don't get medical treatment right away, it can be fatal, but you're more likely to survive it. If you get shot in the leg, you're at about a 90% chance of dying. Leg shots are almost always fatal. The largest artery in your body runs through your leg, the femoral artery. And the femoral artery is close to the surface. If you get hit in your femoral artery, you are going to bleed out and die in under a minute. And there is nothing anyone can do for you. You cannot stop a femoral artery from bleeding out, no matter what you do. You could stick your finger in there and plug the fucking artery. It's not going to help. You're not going to be able to get to it quick enough. On top of that, let's say somehow it misses your artery, which it's not going to, because the artery is very large and very easy to hit. You'll be fucking lucky if you get shot in the leg and it misses that artery. Now, let's say it does by some miracle. It's going to hit the biggest fucking bone in your body, which is your femur, which has an extraordinarily high fracture and splinter capacity. Your femur can break if it's hit directly with the bullet. And if it breaks, it's going to splinter. Every time your femur breaks, it splinters. End of story. If your bone splinters, you're fucked. Because those bone fragments are going to go into your bloodstream and get carried to your fucking heart. And if that happens, you're going to fucking die. If cartilage from your bone, or not cartilage, if bone marrow from your bone gets, which is common, which happens every year, people die from this. If bone marrow seeps into your bloodstream, again, it'll go to your heart, clog your heart, and you'll die. And let's say none of that happens. You still get shot. You still get hit in the leg. Your bone's still gonna fracture, and guess what? It's gonna hit. The bullet didn't hit your artery, but the fucking splinters from getting shot in the femur fucking did. If you get hit in the femur, your femur's gonna fucking explode, and it's gonna sever every blood vessel in your leg. And again, you're going to die. Now, let's say you get shot lower in the leg. Say somewhere by the shin. You still got an artery running through there, buddy. You have two bones this time that can get hit. Two bones that both fracture. Anyone ever seen when someone breaks their tibia or fibia? Anyone? Because you can go look it up and see what happens when sports players break it. You can see that motherfucker shatters when it breaks. It don't just crack, it shatters. Like, there's no simply breaking that thing. It's going to break the fucking half. Every time someone breaks it, it snaps in half. Those bones are only strong if they're one solid piece. If you even so much as damage the structural integrity of that bone, it snaps in half. Go look at videos of athletes who've broken their tibia or fibula. Either one of them. They always break. And again, what happens when you break a bone in your leg? It's going to fucking splinter. If it's broken by an impact, it's going to splinter. You are very likely to bleed out from that. Now, so you shoot him in the foot. Again, you still got blood vessels running through there. You still have plenty of little bones. You can literally, if you shoot someone in the foot, it's not like in the movies where you're just going to have a hole through your foot. It's going to blow your fucking foot apart. I don't think you people realize what happens when an actual bullet hits you. Secondly, the target's moving. It's a larger target if you go for the torso. Do you have any idea how hard it is to move something the size of a leg when it's moving fast? 5 seconds of research on Google, guys. 5 seconds, and so much stupidity would be cured. That's all for now. Lethal out.